I got caught up on my last video, so to continue, because my phone is incredibly touchy. I would not suggest allowing your dog to play with the water bottles. However, some people do, and the dogs do okay. But she eats them. She finally pooped. She's froggering out. Totally cool. And she huffed at me because I'm filming her. But I also want to bring up an issue that I came across while I was working. Now, I do not work in the hunting department, which is where a lot of the dog stuff gets taken care of. It's where we keep all our tracking gear and the GPS collars and stuff for the dog, training collars, the treats, the toys, everything is kept in our hunting department, as with most Basset Cabela's. With that being said, I do not work there, but I will always try to answer questions for people anytime. Back off! You're in my bubble. You're in my bubble. No. So, when you have a pity, personal space is not a thing. The lady came to me and asked me a very simple question, but then turned around and said, I'm training my dog. I want to do this. It's not working for me, but it worked for my best friend and her dog. Get out of that! What are you thinking? And I had to explain to her, just because it works for one dog doesn't mean it's going to work for yours. And then she proceeded to ask, well, does it have to do with breed? I said, not necessarily. Every dog is different. It has nothing to do with breed. It's just every dog is different. There are trainings. Sky, what'd you get on the... Never mind, I don't want to know. It's probably... Oh, never mind, it's mud. You were digging. Every dog is different. Has nothing to do with their breed. I have met some of the world's smartest golden retrievers and some that just really weren't smart and had no desire to learn. I've met incredibly smart and friendly pit bulls and some that were, again, very stubborn, don't want to learn, and just end up being grouchos. You try, and the training doesn't work. They are very stubborn. So I explained to her again, has nothing to do with breed, has nothing necessarily to do with you. It's whatever process you're going through, it's not working for your dog. Your best bet would be to get in touch with a trainer. And that doesn't necessarily mean your dog needs training. I'm not telling you you need help training your dog, but they're going to be able to give you the best answers and suggestions and maybe work with you on what might actually help. Not all dogs are food motivated like Sky. She is incredibly food motivated. I've worked with some dogs who were solely toy motivated. Whether it be tennis balls, their favorite stuffed animal, the frisbee. I've had dogs that absolutely adore frisbees. And that's what we would use to train. Sorry, I keep giving you guys the bowls. But again, every dog is different when it comes to training. Not everything that works for one dog is going to work for every dog. We do muzzle training, not for a punishment, not for anyone else's safety other than Sky. Hey! She is, now you're tangled, hey, come here. Sit. That was my hand. Her safety is my number one priority. I do not want her to bite anyone, but I also don't want anyone to put her into a position where she feels like she needs to defend herself. She doesn't like being touched. If someone comes up from behind her, she gets startled very easily. So you can't touch her butt. You gotta go for her head, which is normal for a lot of dogs. Enough. Sit. Are you gonna sit? Personal bubble. Do you know what that is? So we do a lot of training in very public areas, parks where there's a lot of kids, possibly other dogs and everything, with a muzzle for her comfort. Because if she were to get in a fight with another dog, even if she doesn't instigate it, because she is a pit bull, she is instantly to blame. She will always be blamed first. I had actually took her to the vet yesterday. She had a checkup. Said with her age she could stand to gain a couple extra pounds, and we are working on that. Again, we do a lot of high protein dog food. She has more dog food coming, I believe, on Thursday that's high protein, as well as special vitamins and protein powders to help gain weight. But again, being a pit bull, I talked to the vet about it, and he suggested muzzle training for her safety. He doesn't want to see her in here having to be put down because somebody else's dog or somebody's child or just somebody. And we both came to an agreement that's probably for the best. I'm not putting my dog down because your child bum rushes my dog. I'm not putting her down because your dog runs and charges at me, my kids, or her while we're walking down the street. That is all on you. So, with that being said, she does have a service vest. We do oftentimes, I will tell people when their dogs try to approach her, and we have been approached multiple times, she is not friendly. She is a working dog. She is for my son. My son suffers from severe anxiety, depression, and PTSD. He is only 5. Get out of there. So we put a lot of work into trying to get her the best she can be for him, and that she is always safe. What else? If anyone has any other suggestions for dog